the first thing I do, if I can, is draw a picture. So I'm going to draw a picture, and I don't really draw a very accurate picture. I just get an idea of what I'm dealing with. And I see that my vertices are negative 7, 0 and positive 7, 0. So I kind of just draw a little picture where I see that my vertices are across from each other. That makes it very obvious to me what my center is. To me, it's obvious that my center is 0, 0. It also makes it obvious to me that I am dealing with a horizontal hyperbola. Remember how these looked yesterday? With the vertices being the starts of your parabolas that you would draw that would converge to the asymptotes. And we're not dealing with asymptotes today, really, at all, unless it's part of the pieces that you're given. Okay, so we have h and k. In order to write the equation, we need a and b. Okay, well, I've given you the conjugate axis. And the conjugate axis, by definition, is 2b. So we know from that that b is 5. Also, what I know, and what you should know, is that the vertices are a away from the center. If you look at the formulas, you'll see that the only difference between where the center is and where the vertices are is a. That's the difference between the two. So, a is 7, because of that. The distance between these two is a. So we have our values right there, HKAB. HK comes from the center, B is from the conjugate axis, and A comes from the fact that the vertices are 7 away from the center. So we're going to take those pieces of information and we're going to plug them into a horizontal hyperbola equation. We really don't need C here. Foci were not given. When they are given, you have to use C as part of the process of solving to get the HKAB. So when we plug those numbers in, here's what it should look like. And so there's the answer. All right, I want you to take this information, and I'm going to give you some time. See if you can come up with the equation based solely on this little bit of information. I recommend you draw a picture first. What does the picture tell us? The picture tells us that it's horizontal. It also tells us where the center is. I put an orange dot where the center is. The center is 1, -3. Okay, now look how simple this is. The vertices are A away from the center. So A is 3. The foci are C away from the center. So C is 6. If you look at your formulas, you'll see that to get from the center to the foci, you add and subtract C. So then to find B, we're going to have to use that little Pythagoras looking thing that's on your formula sheet, plugging in A and C and solving for B. And I get, when I do that, that B is equal to the square root of 27. We don't really need B, we need B squared, because we're going to be putting B squared back into the equation. We're not presenting B as an answer. So I really never do simplify it to 3 root 3, because that's not my answer. I'm never going to need that to look like 3 root 3. because I'm never giving it as an answer. So here are my values, and I'm going to put it into a horizontal equation, and your final answer should look like this.